VK3 UFO, this is VK3 LL second operator. I'm Kathy, and your signal, your signal is 5 and 9. 5 and 9 plus 20.
Good afternoon, Kathy. Lovely to hear you. The name here is Jim, Jim, and I wonder where you're from and how long you're in Australia for, over.
I'm from Taiwan. It's a little small island country beside China, and I just been Australia for almost half years now.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Taiwan. I haven't visited. I've travelled around the world quite a bit, but I haven't been to Taiwan. But sorry, I didn't quite understand. Are you living here now, or are you just visiting? Over.
I'm actually living here now because I live with my like a god family, my homestay, and yeah, and I'm starting a boarding now.
Ah, terrific, excellent. And how long have you been living in Australia, over?
I have living here for half years now, and then I plan to go to Australia's university. Yeah.
Okay, great. What encouraged you to move from Taiwan? Because Taiwan is a fairly sophisticated country, so I wonder what drew you to Australia, Kathy, over?
Taiwan's education system is a little bit different with Australians. It's and I'm just 15 now, and then I've been here a little bit earlier than my and then other like a boarding student. But my parents thinks it helps for me to improve my English. Then it will be helpful for me to if I want to go to like Australia's university or like maybe other countries which is speaking English. And I think the Australian education system is better, a little bit better, or a little bit different with Taiwan, because uh, a student is not just like always testing and like memorize all the knowledge and but not using actually. But um, I'm not hate Taiwan's education system. I also like it because it's helping a lot, and especially it's like basic knowledge. It's really stable for me to compare with other students, maybe.
Okay, I understand, I think, or I get the general idea of where you're going. What were you studying in education there, over?
Oh, I'm just 15 now, and I should be in year 10, but my school put me in year 8, and now it's term 4. And because they want me to learn more English, then it will help me when I'm doing my VCE test.
Okay, I understand. Your English is excellent, by the way. You should be very proud. I am English by birth and moved to Australia about 30 years ago. But for someone who has been raised speaking a tonal language, such as one of the Chinese languages, it must be very hard to come to English. I'm not good at languages, Kathy. Like a lot of English people, we sort of force the rest of the world to speak English. So yeah, I don't do other languages very well. I've lived around the world a bit, but I speak a little bit of Arabic, or I used to, and a little bit of French. But generally, I look for someone who speaks English, and they sort me out. Over.
That's cool. Thank you. Yeah, but English is actually really useful. Like it's many country first language is English. That's why I really studying this one, and oh, it's very cool to listen. You learn Arabian and French. Yeah, I actually learned the third language in our school because our school need to pick the third one. No, pick the second one. And but for me, French will be third language. Yeah, and it's because they're just Mandarin and French. There's just two options for listed language, and I don't want to learn Mandarin again because I already know it. So I choose French. Yeah, it's actually a big challenge.
Yeah, French is a very good language to learn as well, very useful, spoken in a lot of Africa in particular, so well worth learning. And again, it's an international language, I think. And I was going to say something to you about languages, and it's now eluded me. I have forgotten. But, oh, I know. I had a friend once. She was actually Polish born, but she spoke 7 languages, and all of them pretty fluently. And she was also learning Greek when I knew her as well, which would have been an 8th. So some people really have a capacity for languages, but sadly that has passed me by, Kathy. But look, really good to hear you, and I'm glad you're enjoying Australia. And yeah, explore, get out and do things, definitely. And I think the more languages you can gather, the better. Delightful to hear you. VK3, LOL, VK3 UFO.
Oh yeah, that girl is brilliant. It's um and yeah, French is a big challenge for me now, and I'm still working on that one. Um, yeah, and yeah, I'm exploring in Australia now and really enjoying it. Like LA is one of the exploring for me, like out of school things to study. It's really fun.
Good. Excellent, excellent. I think if you're enjoying what you're studying, then you will learn it. It's when it's a trial and it's difficult and a drudge. There's an English word for you. When it's a drudge, difficult and problematic, that I think we don't want to do it. So then the learning becomes difficult. But whilst learning is enjoyable, I think we will do it more effectively. Okay, I'm going to head off and start some cooking, Kathy. But lovely to chat with you. And yeah, I hope all the studies and so forth go well. Over.
Thank you, VK3 UFO. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for today's conversation. Can we get your location, please?
Sure. I'm about 20 kilometres south of St Arnaud, a small town in central Victoria, western central Victoria. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of the forest, Kathy. I'm just sitting here in the middle of the bush. I'm by a small dam, a small pond or lake, watching the kangaroos come in for a drink. And there's nobody around for a very long way, which is very different to Taiwan, I think. Over to you.
Oh, thank you. That's really cool. Are you like camping in like middle of Australia? It's so cool.
It is cool, isn't it? I agree.
And thank you, Eugene, for today's conversation. We will catch you in another time. VK3 LL second operator out.
Thank you, Kathy. Delightful to chat to you. You're a very smart young woman, and I think you will go far. Take care. My pleasure to talk. Over.
Thank you. it's my pleasure too. And Rob, say goodbye to you as well.
Cheers, Kathy.
G'day, Jim. Appreciate the chat, mate. I'll look up your location on a map for Kathy's benefit, and we'll stick a pin in it, and we'll catch you another time. VK3 UFO, VK3 LOL going. We'll go and find some other. We might make a CQ call. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, cheers, Rob. Lovely to catch up, and lovely to chat with Kathy as well. She's a very personable young woman indeed. All right, you take care, and we'll catch you again. VK3 LOL, VK3 UFO. See ya.